Hi, I'm back again with another match from the 8th Annual Menasha VEX Robotics Challenge, qualification 44. As you can see, 4082B is back, this time joined by 6425A on the red team against 5509C and 536C on the blue team. This video is going to be more of an analysis. I'm going to pause it and rewind it and really talk about what this 4082B team is doing and see how they drive so fast and what kind of their strategy looks like. So they have a very different strategy from a lot of teams, which involves just going for goals instead of holding them. They go for goals and drop them very quickly, which is very fun to watch. If you want to see more of a commentary style instead of this analysis, you can go watch the other video that I uploaded. It's going to be much more of a traditional commentary, shorter, easier to watch. But let's get right into this as the auto starts. Auto, not very remarkable for them as this is the qualification match, so they go for their win point auto. While that happens, let me just get my drawing tool out so I can draw on the screen real quick. Oh, that's not what we want, is it? There we go. Bang. Perfect. So the auto starts up. They get the win point, but their opponents get every single goal. So now they are down. They're down 3 goals right now. So they need to steal 2 goals from their opponents right now if they want to come back into this match, which is not that easy. So we'll see what happens when the match starts up. As their opponents get every single goal in auto. 4082B, what you'll notice about the robot is it's very fast. It's a very fast robot, and their driver knows how to drive it. Because fast robots obviously are nice, but they're very hard to drive because of how responsive and kind of finicky they are. So right there, this was some very nice speed. They drive right across the arena, right as the driver control starts, and they got the big goal. Now, the reason they don't go to the other side is because if you look right here, let's pause. This side right here has 2 goals, this guy and this guy. 1 goal is already being possessed right here and defended. Other goal is very hard to get to because you need to snake in between these robots and then grab that. And goals that are kind of balanced on the platform like that are very hard to grab. So they go for the 3 undefended goals right here. So even if one of these goals gets possessed, let's say this team right here grabs this goal, then they could easily just go around and grab one of these, or even grab the blue goal and deny them points, which you'll see them doing that later. But they go for those, get a free goal out of that, a decision from them, and they get blocked. So right now, a team goes around. These guys actually very smart play. Nice. They go around and they just block them because they're ahead and they'd rather just deny points right now. And so 4082B, not stunned by this, they just drop the goal. And they do this with a lot of forward momentum, throwing the goal over to their side. And this kind of stuns that team right there. I think that's the 536C team, and they take a while to pick up that goal. And in that time, 4082B is already turned around, and they've already grabbed another undefended goal, which was a big mistake from Blue, by the way, leaving these goals undefended, not even possessing them. But 4082B able to grab those, they turn around, and they put this goal on the platform. I'm not really sure why they do this, because it's very easy for it to get descored, but I guess it's harder for the opponents to grab it, the blue team to grab that goal if it's on the platform, and it's so fast that it doesn't really matter. Like, they could have just dropped it on the floor and it would have been the same speed, probably. They do that, and then turn around. Now, they have a few options here. They can either go over here, grab this goal. They can go over here, grab this goal. Go over here and grab this goal. Or they can try to stack goals on platforms. I think if they put goals on platforms right now, that would set the enemy team up for very easy denial of points because they could just tip the platform, taking away 40 points instead of taking away 20 points if there's 2 goals in there. Or they could go across this undefended goal. The only problem is that their robot right here, when they could have turned around after they stacked, was facing the wrong direction. But 4082B, this is something that's characteristic about their driving style, is that their driver is very comfortable driving backwards. You'll see this a lot. He just drives backwards, and he's fine. He'll turn around when he can, and then grab the goal. Very nice speed. As their platform gets descored, that's fine, because it's only minus 20 points. And they do a nice little spin there, drive backwards. Look at this. This is ridiculous how good they are driving backwards. They just drive backwards here, and turn around, and just throw the goal there. Now, this goal isn't going to get balanced. It might be able to get balanced, so it's probably not. They just throw it there because it's harder for their opponents to get. Very safe for them. And so now, look at the field. Let's go back here. We're going to go very slowly for this game because there's a lot of stuff going on here. Look at the field. The field, all the goals that are going to give them points are on their side. They got both of the reds and all 3 neutrals. The neutral hidden behind there, you can't really see it. Right now, they have a few options to get more points. They could either pick up a goal and get rings. They could pick up neutral, yeah, and then put it on the platform, or put an alliance on the platform. So they can put goals on platforms to get rings. Both of these options would be very hard for them to do because rings are probably not fast enough for them. Their opponents have 2 robots that can get goals. They can probably just outscore them. And putting goals on platforms isn't going to be an option right now. The platform's heavily defended by these guys. They just tried. It didn't work. So instead, they opt for getting what's called effective points. Basically, the idea is because VEX is about outscoring your opponent, not just getting as many points as possible. If you rob your opponents of points, the score differential, or how much you're winning by, or chances of winning, go up. So just by turning around here and yoinking that alliance goal, as this is what they do, they yoink the alliance goal with a little bit of a misgrab. They've given themselves now an effective 20 points, because now their opponent points gone down by 20, and so the score differential has gone up by 20. Give themselves the effective 20 points, throw their alliance goal somewhere safe. They could have thrown it in the middle. That may would have worked too, but they'd rather just take the time to put it somewhere safe because they don't really have anything else they need to do. Now they go for this again, and this backfires a little bit on them because they get a misgrab here. This wasn't really a misgrab. This was a little driving mistake, which happens. Let's just see why it happened. They grabbed, and they let go here. I don't know. I'm not sure why. But they let go, and then had to go and grab again, and their second grab missed. And while they were doing this, their opponents, who both can get goals, moved goals on their side. And so now they've made this game much closer, but they're going to keep on going. They get that goal, drive right through, and then give themselves another effective 20 points by taking it out. Bang, right there. Very nice from them. They just drop it because they figure they can probably get more points in the time that they can get another goal instead of putting this goal in like a safe spot. Go around, grab another goal. Very nice grab out of them. And they just throw it there. Bang. Very nice play out of that 4082B team. And they finally go around to get that last goal. And now, with this, their opponents have no goals. All they have is their auto points. And they're about to have all the goals. Here, they actually get blocked by their alliance. And they do this ridiculous little spin move around everyone to get that goal on the platform. Now, 40 seconds left. This is around the time where it would be kind of safe. Their alliance is a spin move, too. This is around the time where it would be kind of safe to put stuff on platforms in the last 35 seconds. I'm sure the timer is actually different from the timer up there on the screen. I know this one's a little bit delayed. They're going to put goals on platforms now. This is where they start to more focus on the platforms. And in the last 30 seconds, this platform's safe. So any goals that are touching it or are on it are safe. And they go back to getting goals. Because, by the way, when you steal goals, if you steal a goal from your opponent's side, that's worth just as much. Effectively, it's worth just as much as getting a goal from the middle and putting it on your platform, because it gives you an effective 40 points. It gives you 20 points of putting it on your side, and robs your opponents of 20, which gives you effectively 20 points. So they go and rob that neutral, because that's the most points they can get right now. Let's go back here. So when they're sitting right here looking for something to do, they just put a goal on the platform, right? What can they do? They can put this goal on the platform. That would give them 20 points. They could put this goal on the platform. That would give them 20 points. And they could steal this goal, which would give them an effective 20 points. Or they could steal this goal and put it on their side, which would give them an effective 40 points. As you can see, that's the most points they can get right now. They get some defense, but they juke their opponents out. They get blocked, but they do some turning to get around that, and bang, effective 40 points. Very nice from them. 20 seconds left now. They've pretty much won. All they have to do is not throw it, and that's exactly what they do. This is pretty unremarkable. They just block their opponent and go for the win. All right, last 3 seconds. Time's up. And so, pretty cut and dry match. You can see, I think 4082B is the type of team where a lot of their skill just comes from their pure skill of moving around the field. And so, there isn't that much to talk about. But if I had to distill it to what we did talk about, it's that, one, they're very good at driving backwards. You'll see them in a lot of points of the match be very comfortable just reversing. I remember after they stacked the goal here, I'm pretty sure, they just reversed backwards. They had some crazy spins there. And it was also about how they selected their options very well. They always had options that would give them the most points. Like right here, this is going for the alliance goals here is the option that will give you the most points. You can put goals on platforms. That's risky because the platforms are getting defended. You can get rings, which is probably not going to outscore your opponents. Or you could just steal their goals, which is probably going to give you the most effective points. And so through selecting the right options, like going for the neutral here, it was over here, I think. Yeah, going for the neutral here over stacking goals on platforms, and for going for stealing alliance goals from the enemies, they're able to outscore their enemies with a very fast playstyle and a very aggressive playstyle, which only works because of their speed. And props to their driver, by the way. This guy is absolutely insane. Absolute speed demon. Look at that stance. I heard he also drives one-stick arcade, which is wild. Seems like that's what everyone's going to switch to. I mean, you should, if it'll make you drive like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just learn how to drive backwards and learn how to go for the right goals, I guess. 4082B. God bless 4082B.